Hey, this is Russ. Hey, I'm back out on the road again. What time is it? It is 9:25. 9:25. Let me get that guy there. It's 9:25. Had a message coming through on my phone. Well, on my watch. 9:25 a.m. 74 degrees. 74 degrees. It's on a Saturday. It rained this morning. It did. Woke me up hearing the rain. Then I fell back asleep. Next thing you know, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. I go, wow, I lost the whole morning. But since it rained, I couldn't go out anyway. If you look around, you can see some of the street is still a little bit wet. Other parts, not so much, because, you know, the sun dries it out. But the ones that are in the shade area, like around here, you can see it's kind of wet still. So what are we riding? We're riding the U-Freeze Solar Sparrow today. Solar Sparrow. Solar Sparrow. This is not the Solar Sparrow. I was thinking Solar Sparrow. What are we riding today? The Stellar Falcon 2. I don't know why I said Solar Sparrow. I had it stuck in my mind. Maybe I was intending to take that out initially, but I decided not to. Grab this one. And the reason? Yeah, it was closer to the door. Told you guys before, you know. Sometimes it's close to the door, I gotta go. Gotta take what I can take. I'm trying to let this car go. I want to take a left. Can't, gotta stop. I hate that. I could not keep myself balanced up while this car was waiting to make the move to go forward. Yeah, I can't teeter-totter back and forth, you know. I have to hop off. Tried my best to stay on the bike without having to do that, but nope. Just too long for me. Where are we headed? Well, we're gonna head towards the Arlington Heights area again, because we've been stuck in this general area for so long, and now that we know that the underpass over there is opened up for us, gets us out of the area. So let's get out of the area. Now here's a couple interesting things, okay? I made a bunch of phone calls to various police departments and various forest preserve areas, talking to their officers too. And I asked them, am I allowed to ride my e-bike in your area? What are the regulations? Sometimes it's a good idea to do that. Don't be afraid to do that. Call the non-emergency number of your police departments and ask them, okay? So they told me, they said, no, you can ride your Class 1, Class 2 e-bikes in our area. Has to have operable pedals. Has to be true Class 1, Class 2. No Class 3 unless it's in areas that are allowed, but of course, places I ride, they're not allowed. And stay under 20 miles per hour. You'll be fine. But the Forest Preserve guys added in that, you know, sometimes the pathways are labeled with slower speeds, you know, some 15, some 12. Just stay within those ranges and you'll be fine. So nobody turned me down. Yeah, nobody turned me down. Now, there are some cities, even so, with all this stuff, they still say no e-bikes at all. One that comes to mind is Glenview, Illinois. Yeah, they still have that. Now, that doesn't mean anything to some people. Some people will just go ahead and ride anyway, but technically, they still are banning e-bikes and e-scooters. So, I guess you ride at your own risk at that point. Recently, I was in another area of Illinois, and I saw a number of e-bikes riding, and they were riding on sidewalks. Oh, and they all said no sidewalk riding. You have to be on the street if you're on an e-bike. But I saw a number of kids riding on the sidewalk, and a couple of them had oh, let's call them like the Suron type e-bikes, and they were on the sidewalks, which made no sense to me. I mean, that's a little dangerous. One of them had two people on the bike, and I don't think that bike was designed for two people to be sitting on it. So yeah, there's still those type of riders who kind of make it tough for the rest of us. What is that clinking? I hear some clinking. What was that? Don't know what that was. I don't see anything that's clinking. I heard a little clinking though. Did I run over something? I don't know. Seems to be gone. I must have run over something. I don't even know it. Speaking of things running over, recently I was on the highway with my car. Yeah, I had a pebble come up and hit the windshield. I don't think it was a pebble. It was bigger than that. You know, sometimes you follow trucks and they just pop up road gravel and stuff and yeah, put a chip into the windshield. Now, the last time this has happened to me, it cracked the entire windshield. I had to replace the entire windshield. This time, it's just a little chip. So I think what I'm gonna do is put a little super glue on it, just to keep it from spidering out. I don't know, I know they have like windshield repair kits. I'm just gonna put a little dab. It's just a little ping, you can see it. You know, it's like the size of a pebble, but I know it was bigger than a pebble that hit us. You could hear it, man. It really felt like it was gonna crack that windshield, but put a little chip on it. Let me know if you've done this before. Have you put super glue on it? Is there a reason not to use super glue? Let me know if you've done it. I'm gonna put that super glue on pretty soon, so let me know as soon as you. Well, by the time you see the video, I probably would have already done it. Yeah, and then I was riding my bike maybe 2-3 days before that, and somebody by the school that we always ride by was cutting grass, and I don't know what was in their grass, but they were flinging things out. You know how schools would have riding mowers, right? Man, one of the pebbles, two or three of the pebbles, I should say, because I felt it hit me. Yeah, they're flinging out pebbles. I'm going, wow. It hurt. It really hurt. I was lucky. And then a few days later, I go and get a thing in the windshield of my car. How do you like that? Got to be careful out there. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's just you're riding by at the wrong time at the wrong place. You know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Yeah, you guys should know this path by now. We usually go down here, although we haven't gone down here that often. It's maybe the third time we've done it this year. We've just been waiting for them to open it up for us. Have to stop in case that car doesn't stop or anything. Okay. Let's wait our turn here. This is a road that we can't go on, but we got to cross it to get to the other side. Yep, lots of cars already. It's going to be a hot one today. It's going to be, I think they said high of 84, 85. Yeah, it's rained, so it should be a little humid, but I don't really feel it's that humid. It must not have rained that hard. Well, it did rain. I mean, it was hard enough. I did hear it, but I mean, it probably didn't rain as long as I thought it would have. Either way, that's all going to evaporate off. We do need the rain, that's for sure. So I'm glad for that. Yeah, I am wearing gloves, of course. I am not wearing a UV rated shirt. I think I should start wearing that again. It's usually this long sleeve shirt, so it's a black shirt. So it kind of soaks up all the sun, but it's UV rated, so I won't get as tanned up as I usually get. I have my X-Needle helmet on. I have a safety vest on. I don't have my X-Needle gloves on. I just noticed that. I usually wear my X-Needle gloves. Oh, sorry. My U-Free gloves. Sorry, U-Free. I usually wear my U-Free gloves when I'm riding a U-Free bike because they gave me one. But yeah, I just grabbed everything quickly and got out there. I figure if I don't get out here early enough, it's gonna get hot. Are we turning here? Yeah, we gotta turn left over here. So we'll put this thing out here. We'll let I put my left arm out, looked at the driver looked at me, so I'm going. Hey, nobody wants to be the guy that hits the bike. I told you guys. They see you moving, they're gonna stop. Hopefully they stop. Yeah. All right. U-Free Stellar Falcon 2. Hey, somebody asked me, he says, the Solar Sparrow, what makes it solar? Does it have solar power or what? Yeah, good question. Yeah, it's just a name. It's just a name. All of their bikes have bird names. Started out with the City Robin, then we had the Stellar Falcon, now we have the Solar Sparrow. Yeah. People have been wondering, when is the 20-inch bike from them coming out? Remember we saw that at the dealer show back in February. Yeah, it's soon. Very soon, yep. So stay tuned for that. Very, very soon. They contacted me, says, yeah, we got bikes in-house now. They sent me a couple photos. Yep, it's coming. Now the thing is, you know, when bikes come out, you still have to do odds and ends to them before you release them all. And as I told you guys, U-Free's kind of picky. U-Free is kind of picky, so they want to make sure everything's perfectly fine before they let anything go. They said, we'll be sending you one soon. I think they want to send it to me now. It's just that I said, you know, the next 2 weeks, I'm really busy. I've got some personal things I'm doing, and I says I may or may not be in the house when this thing shows up. So I pushed them off. I said, you know, don't send me anything for 2 weeks at least. I can't guarantee I'll be around. So even if it comes out, I may not have it right away. Usually they'll send stuff to you first before the rest of you guys get it, but you know, for reviews and everything. But if I'm not going to be around, it doesn't do them any good, right? So they're kind of stuck too. They're kind of stuck. I don't have the ability to take it in during that time period. So I said, hold off, don't do anything. Dogs are always trying to get me. That guy's a little guy. Little dog tried to get you. Sometimes little dogs are more vicious. Maybe they're trying to make up for something. All right, anyway. So yeah, the names of the U-Free bikes have always been bird names, but all the other stuff in front of it is just extra names. City Robin, Stellar Falcon, Solar Sparrow, and I know the name of the 20-inch bike, but I won't tell it to you. But it has a bird name in there, okay? It's got a bird name. All right. You know, bike companies have done stuff like that before. We saw that with, who was it? Himiway and Magicycle did the same thing. They did animal names. Remember that? Yeah. They did animal names. Eventually, Himiway went away from that. They started using numbers and letters, you know, like the D5, the A7, you know, that type of thing, D7, those type of numbers and letters. Magicycle stuck with the animal names. They haven't come out with anything new in a long time. Oh, well, nobody knows what's going on with them, really. So you may notice I haven't ridden any of their bikes in a long time too, because I haven't heard from them in a long, long time. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it's been over a year now. Yeah, don't know what's going on with them. And then I still have one of their bikes. I kept it for nostalgia. I still have their Deer 26-inch step-over Deer because I have several, well, a couple, at least 2 batteries on that bike. But it is up for sale for somebody if they want it. Check the russisright.com website. Hey, I have a Stellar Falcon available there too. The first Stellar Falcon is available there for those who want it. Plus other bikes. Yeah, a lot of potholes right here, man. Good thing I have a suspension system. I got a suspension seat post and I got front suspension on it too. I don't feel as much of that then, you know. But other bikes that don't have that, you might feel some stuff. Yeah, we're bouncing around on this thing. Plus the tires that are on the Stellar Falcon are kind of hybrid tires, right? They can do street, but they can also do off-road if it needs to be. Slightly wider, but it's also slightly thinner. I don't know what the actual width is. 2 point something? Not quite 3. 2.5? I don't know. 2.7? I don't know. I should know, but you know, there's so many things. I'm looking at the sidewalls, I can't see it. There's so many bikes, I can't remember the specs of every single bike. That's what happens when you get old. I always tell you guys that. All right, well, we're riding into Arlington Heights now. Zen Leaf Cannabis Dispensary. Yeah, too many of those things around here. We used to put people in jail for that. Yeah, that's true. I've done my share of sending people to jail for having illegal drugs, but now I guess it's legal. So, where are we headed? I don't know. Let's just keep going. Let's see where we go. Let's just keep going. 91% on the battery. That's plenty of battery. I've been throttling the majority of the time, if you haven't noticed. Well, that'll eat up your battery, right? But we're not going to go that far, really. Throttling, pedaling every now and then. Motor's very quiet on this version. The new versions of the U-Freeze are very quiet motors. And sometimes you can't tell I'm actually pedaling. I'm pedaling now. I think you could always tell. I mean, just look at the thumb. Look at the left thumb. If you don't see that thing push that thing down, I'm pedaling. Yeah. Yep. Pedaling along. So anyways, being a Saturday, Mrs. Wright is at home. I told her that I'm going to take the bike out before it starts getting hot. She goes, go right ahead. Go right ahead. No, I don't ride in the hot, as you know. If it gets really hot, I'm not going to be on the road. Yeah, you can see all the potential potholes that were filled up here, right? Just look at our roads. Look at that. A lot of cracks and everything. Everything here, you can see it's all like, they put little tar things over it. Sometimes those things lift up too. It's a mess. So this is how the roads are sometimes here in the Chicago area because, you know, we have such a variance in weather. You know, it'll just expand and contract and all that and start cracking up everything. There's always some type of road construction or something going on in Chicago. Yeah, maybe we'll drive or ride past one of the Costco's. Not the one that I usually go to, but it's the secondary one I will go to. That's the Mount Prospect Costco. Maybe we'll ride up to there. What do you think? Ride up to there and come back around? I don't know. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Pedro had asked me if I was going to take a bike and go into Costco. I could ride into this Costco. Yeah, I can. but I don't like leaving the bike. Yep. Even if it's got anti-theft stuff, even if it's got a big chain on it, I don't like leaving the bike. Eventually, you know, if they say that your e-bikes are to replace your vehicles, you would have to leave the bike, right? If you're going to do things like grocery shopping, which we did in the past. Mrs. Wright and I would go grocery shopping. She'd go inside, I'd watch the bikes outside. But if you're by yourself, you would have to lock it up. What else can you do? But can the bike be truly something that you can replace your vehicle with? And I would say no. No, there's some stuff that, you know, if you're carrying things in your car, you can't carry it and ride the bike if it's too big, right? So there's times you have to take your vehicle. Can you use it to do basic chores? You know, like you're just picking up one or two little items here or there? Yeah, sure, you could, but you'd have to leave your bike. I just don't like leaving my bike. I don't trust anybody. This is the problem. If you're a former law enforcement guy, you don't trust anybody. I'm telling you. We've seen too much stuff. We don't trust anything. We've seen too many things happen. So yeah, it makes us more cynical about everything, sadly. You law enforcement guys know what I'm talking about. They've seen things too, folks. I don't even care if you're a fairly new officer. You've seen stuff already, right? Yep. But in my case, I've worked as an evidence technician person, so you know we see sometimes more things than others because we go to the actual crime scenes. You know, we've done homicides, we've done burglaries, robberies, assaults, you name it. We've done them all. I've got to move up. There's a car behind me. I need him to move up and hit the sensor. If he doesn't hit the sensor, we can't move. So I move forward a little bit. He moved forward too because I think he knows he's got to hit that sensor, otherwise you can't go. There we go. Couldn't even hear the car because he must be an electric vehicle or something. Because you know how when they get up to the stop areas, their engines kind of shut down too. So I couldn't hear him coming up. When his engine stopped on top of it too, I can't hear that either. I didn't even know he was behind me. He's gonna pass me now. Is that an electric? I don't know. Maybe it's not electric, but his engine is shut down. I don't know about these cars nowadays. You know, they say it saves gas or something. I don't know. Doesn't that wear out the starter every time you have to start the car? Every time you stop and it shuts down, you got to start that starter again? What good is that? I don't know. I'm not in favor for it. I'd rather have my car still running. I just get the feeling it would burn out the starter quicker. You guys with the cars that have that, let me know how that is for you. If you had any issues with your starters, how long have you had the car? Oh, big potholes. Lousy potholes. Okay, what road are we on here? Wheeling Road. All right, let's take a right. Take a right. Now, in the past, I used to go down to this general area and we'd ride past that Costco. It's in the Randhurst Shopping Village. Randhurst Village, it's called now. It used to be Randhurst Shopping Center. I'd take a bike path to do it. So I'd ride down to the bike path and then I'd take the, I think it's called the Prospect Heights bike path, but I don't take these paths anymore because there's just so much regulation stuff that I don't want to take a chance being on there. I don't want to be called out for being on there, and it's slower, of course, too. But I got enough battery power. Like I said, I've been throttling a good chunk of the time here. It's 83% still. I took this bike too because it was fully charged up. The battery was charged up fully, and I knew it. Sometimes I grab a bike and I don't remember if it was charged or it wasn't. And sometimes I will pre-charge these things the day before because I know I'm going to take it. But this morning, it was a spur of the moment thing. I said, well, I gotta go out while I can. So you take the one that's closest to the door and you take the one that's charged. Pull up further, just in case. Well, they got cars on the other side. If there's cars on the other side, they will trigger for you. But if they're not, you better pull up far enough so that the guys behind you can trigger lights. Otherwise, you'll be standing here forever. We do have that 2-minute rule here in Illinois, or at least on our area in Chicago. I think it's an Illinois thing. Yeah, if you stand around for 2 minutes and the light hasn't changed, you can actually pass through the red light. But I've always wondered about that. I mean, nobody sits there and times you. What if a cop sees you 15 seconds, comes up and he sees you going past it? How does he know you've been standing there for 2 minutes? Write you a ticket for that. I don't know. It's always kind of iffy, right? But I've seen a lot of non-e-bike riders just go right past red lights. They don't even slow down, they just go right past it. And then that is worse than my going past stop signs. At least for stop signs, I slow down and look first. I'm sure they look too, but I don't do that on a red light. A lot of accidents that happen are at intersections. Just keep that in mind, all right? It's an intersection thing. You don't want to get hit from a car coming across. That would be really bad. You know, I usually wear prescription sunglasses when I'm riding my bike, which I have on right now. But even with that on, you know, things do fly into the sides. Still gets into your eyes. So every now and then you see me, my hands are off the handlebars because I'm wiping something out of my eye. You can wear goggles, but then that would look a little nerdy. Nerdy. And you can see some guy with his goggles from chemistry class. Remember those goggles? Well, I remember they have safety glasses that they wear, just like glasses, but then they also have those full-on goggle things. No, not wearing that. Look like a total nerd. I've had companies, like sunglass companies, contact me asking me to review their sunglasses. I can't do that. Nope, can't do it. I use prescription sunglasses. Yeah, get them at Costco, like everything else I get. No, Costco has really good deals on glasses, and usually a second pair is at a discounted price. So I usually will get a new regular prescription sunglasses, and then at the same time I'll order up the same prescription for my sunglasses. The sunglasses, the frames are slightly bigger than the frames that I have for my regular glasses, and they've told me too that it says, you know, you want it a little bit bigger because you want it to kind of wrap around a little bit more, because you're talking sunglasses, you want to keep the sun away from your thing. So a slightly bigger frame where the glass is a little bit bigger is actually better as a sunglasses. So I've worn different styles of these. I always get metal frames. You know what I'm talking about? Metal wire frames, I should say. And even though they kind of look the same, they're slightly different all the time. I've asked them too, can I just use my existing frames and have you put in the glass? And they said, sure. But they looked it up and they said, you're only saving like $5 or $10 because they have to still charge you a surcharge for not buying the frame. So he says, yeah, based on that, and the frames that I pick out are not very expensive. They said, you're only saving $5 or $10. I says, forget it. For that price, I might as well just get a new frame. Because if something, you know, is a little older, it's wearing out a little bit, for $5 or $10 saving is not worth it. So I usually end up with new glasses and new sunglasses at the same time. All right, we're gonna take a right turn over here. coming in from the back end. Ooh, a lot of water. I hate that. Splatter me up. I felt that water. I'm feeling it now. It's still splattering me. I would have gone around it, but I had a car behind me, so I was forced into the ditch, into the puddle. All right, we're gonna go here. I'm gonna turn over here, put my arm out, let them know. Hit the brakes a couple of times, let them know. Yeah, there's no turn signals on the U-Free. You gotta use your hands. I usually use my arms anyway. But sometimes, you know, when you're coming up to the turn, you know, to take your hand off to put the arm out, it's more dangerous than not to do it. So sometimes you'll see that I will not do it. Wait for this guy to come through, make sure he's making his turn. He'll run me over. Home Depot in front of us there. Costco over here. Okay, here you go, Pedro. We're at Costco, but I'm not going in. First off, I don't have a lock. I wouldn't do it anyway, but yeah, here's Costco. You could always tell Costco by all the people walking around. There's a lot of people all the time here. Here's the front of Costco right here. You guys see that? Wait for this lady here. We don't run her over. Okay, front of Costco. There you go. Look at that. Front of Costco. All right, we're out of here. Too many people. All right, we rode to Costco. There you go. Let's go through the mall. Well, it's not a mall anymore. Let's go through the Randhurst Village. You got to know this parking lot thing too, because it kind of, if you don't know the layout, you could be stuck in the parking lot going around in circles trying to get out. Yeah, the parking is a little strange. The layout is a little strange here, but I've been here so many times now that I kind of know it. We go on the outskirts, we go on the outside around it. PNC Bank. All right, we're gonna go forward here. Nobody's here, so we go. Old Navy, Michael's, DSW, shoes. Go on the outskirts again here. Mod Pizza, what else is here? Hangry Joe's, hot chicken and wings, it says. Poke Brothers, fresh fish Hawaiian style. What else? For Lease, that used to be a Macy's, I believe. It's no longer there. Bath and Body Works, it says. What's on this side? Panera Bread, GNC, Nothing Bunt Cakes. The other side, TJ Maxx. Yeah, these are the stores on this area. Chase Bank across the street there. TJ Maxx, Bath and Body Works. I don't know if you guys can see some of this stuff. I know my camera's actually just aiming forward. Some of the stuff's on the side of us. Now we got to get out of it. See, you got to know the layout of this thing, otherwise you get stuck. They got a turnabout thing here. It's confusing. Macy's on the right. PetSmart, Planet Fitness on the left. Home Goods on the right. What used to be a Steak and Shake, which closed down a while ago. They've got Buffalo Wild Wings on the left. There's a Joel Osco food store to our left. AMC Theaters straight ahead. All right, let me show you this other area. Now, we've gone through this before, but you may be new to the channel, so we'll do it again. And we haven't done it this year, so you go through this area. They have a bunch of smaller stores in here, but you know, parking's kind of tight. Like if you're at a store over here, there's not a whole lot of parking right here. So you got some of these things you got to park and walk it. What's that? Grade A Cafe on the right. Mr. Kimchi, Korean barbecue, AMC, Meat Moot. What's that? Meat something or other. What else there? Playroom and Cafe. Mr. Kimchi on the right. It's a Korean barbecue place. Time Mission, For Lease, What's over here? Hongdae Sushi and Grill. Phoenix Salon Suites. Organic Nails. This other one, Time something or other. Passed it too fast. Couldn't turn my head fast enough. This place is empty. There's a bunch of water. Some type of nail spa. Miniso. I don't know what that is. Is that a food thing? All right, they have a hotel here too. This turnabout thing is for the hotel. All right, let's get out of here. I got a car behind me. Okay, America's Best. Those are glasses. All right, we're out of here. How do we head back? All right, we're gonna have to take this perimeter drive again. Head back the way we came in. Let's go back through this way. Going around the same places now. Got to get back to the other side. I try my best to avoid major streets if I can. So if there's another way around it, I do that. You know, that's the thing. If you know the area, you can do that. If you don't know the area, you're kind of sometimes forced into streets that you don't really want to be on because you don't know any better, right? But if you know better, then you try to avoid, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to avoid. You hear all the things bouncing around here. I mean, everything is not smooth. Everything breaks up. Our roads break up all the way. All right, we're gonna come back out this way here. Gotta go around this turnabout. Hey, what a headache, huh? I don't know if I like roundabout things like that. I don't know what was the point of the roundabout. Keeps the traffic moving, I think, so you don't have to hit the stop or something. I don't know what it is. All right, we're back to where we were. We're gonna head back where Home Depot was, head out of there. Yeah, this is a long video today, huh? Yeah, maybe I'll just let it run. Keep you guys with me. Let it run. You know, sometimes people watch it, sometimes they don't. Others have told me they'll watch whatever I put out. So here you go. Let's see how long you stay. Yeah, this is gonna be a long video. That's okay. I remember even back in the day when I first started doing these things, I would do 45, 50-minute videos. My wife would say, you know, who's watching that? I go, some of the guys do. Some of them fast forward it. Some of them just let it run. She goes, really? Yeah, really. Sometimes people let it run. Some will turn you off, whatever. It's okay. You know, you spend 10 minutes with me is better than no minutes. You spend 50 minutes with me, thank you very much. Gotta stop here. She wasn't looking my way. If I would have gone forward and she didn't look, she may have turned left if she was looking at the guy on the right. Would have turned into me, right? Sometimes you have to stop. I do when I do and when I have to. When there's nobody around, you see me go by. That's the way it is. Yep, gotta keep your head on a swivel, they say. Keep looking around. All right, here's the Home Depot area, so we will pass through here. Pass through here. Take a left with the rest of these guys here. Now the road we're gonna go on is technically like 40 miles an hour, but you have no option. If you wanna get to the road you wanna get to, you have no option but to take it. That's okay, give me a chance to take a little break here. Let's see, any cars? No cars, we're gonna go. We're gonna go. We gotta stay and take a left, but I gotta stay on the right-hand side first. Well, okay, we're gonna have no choice. We're gonna have to go to the left because we're coming up to the left turn thing. Gotta come up to the left turn thing. Gotta put my arm out, let them know I'm taking the left. Then we're gonna take our left. Hey, see how that works? See how that worked? All right, so now we are back on the road that we were before. Were we on this road before? Yeah, we were on this road. Yeah, okay. We will take this all the way down, head back the same way we came in, if I remember how to go. Now in the past, I would go through a park area to show you the park, but yeah, I don't want to do that now. Don't want to do it. I don't want people saying things. Where are we at? 50% battery power. So if we use up 50% and we're heading back at this point, and we're only halfway through, that means if I keep throttling, I'm not going to make it. See how we calculate that out? Time to start pedaling, folks. What's our pedal assist level set for? All right, I have it set for Tour, which is the second level of pedal assist. Yeah, we'll just go a little slower. We'll pedal and go a little slower. Yep. Here's the one thing that I note. Since I switched over to this camera, the DJI Osmo Action 5 Pro, they now have a 6, of course. I could go a whole ride like this on one battery, and I'm fine. When I had the GoPro, I had a GoPro Hero 10 back in the day. Yeah, I'd be going through batteries. I'd probably take 2 or 3 batteries, where I could do one battery on this camera. And then the overheating issue too was an issue for me with the GoPro. I don't have that problem with this DJI. So back in the day, my audio was also done by an external audio recorder with a microphone, a lavalier microphone wired that came up and was clipped on the visor of my helmet. Nowadays, I use the wireless. The DJI Mic 2 is what I use. And that Bluetooth to the DJI camera. And so that's just clipped onto my chest mount that I have for the camera. I have the GoPro chest mount. And then you got to use an accessory thing to clip on the DJI camera. But it has made it a lot easier for me. Guys are playing golf. The guy did not make it. He missed. He was putting. He didn't even come close, man. I'm looking at this. I go, man, you missed that? Even I could make that. I can make that even on a miniature golf shot. I don't play golf, okay? But I could even make that. I've gone to miniature golf places. Really? He must have been tired. He didn't make it. All right, let's cross through here. So anyways, going back to the cameras, it's been a lot easier with the DJI camera, for sure. For those of you guys who are recording your rides, yeah, that's the one I would recommend you consider. There's other cameras out there now, but I've had good luck with this one. The only thing I would say, I remove their protective lens filter because it sometimes causes a lens flare. It's a green lens flare, you can see it. Even so, on occasion I will still get it depending if the light hits it just the right way. But it's worse when the lens filter is on, so I always remove it. I just use it as a protective thing when I'm storing the camera. But when I'm actually on the road, there's no lens filter on my camera. That, of course, puts the camera at risk, the lens at risk. But I don't want you guys having to see that big green line coming across the video, so I take it off. All right, we're gonna turn left here, Willow Road, it says. put the arm out, let people know if they see it. Nobody's around me, so nobody sees it. Do it anyway. All right, let's pedal for a while. We gotta conserve that battery. Gotta make it home. If you don't make it home, we'll have to call Mrs. Wright and say, pick me up. Has that ever happened before? Yeah, that's happened before. Yeah, that has happened before. Not often. I think 2 or 3 times I had to do that. Okay, there we go. Trying to figure out where I should be on my gears. Yeah, do you guys use your gears a lot? If you're pedaling, you probably do. If you don't, you pedal, then maybe you don't. The gears on this bike is a little different because we've got enough to keep from ghost pedaling. In fact, it's so much on here, it's tiring me out. What am I on, 7? Let's go down to 6. Go down to 6 a little bit. Yeah, we're not going too fast. What are we doing? 15.7 miles. We're going up a hill here. Forget it, man. We got to throttle a little bit. This hill is killing me. This is what happens when you're out of shape. The hill is killing me. Got to hit the throttle. And under load, I can see the battery drop to 41%. You let up, it'll come up again. That's what happens, you know. All right, this is gonna be tough. There's no cars in front or behind me, which means it might be tough to actually make it past this road. Okay, car's coming up. Let me move forward a little bit. He's turning. He's turning right. When he's turning right, it's not gonna trigger the thing for me. I'm gonna do the 2-minute thing. Oh, there's a car in front. They're gonna trigger it for us. Yeah, we need people to trigger it. We don't have the metal to trigger it, okay? There's sensors on the road, if you don't know. And it's all based on magnetics. Cars have magnetic material, right? Steel. We don't have steel. We have aluminum. Aluminum is not magnetic. We can't trigger the signal. Yeah, see, we're just sitting around waiting. There's no cars, no nothing. We're still sitting around waiting. What are you gonna do? Ah, there we go. There we go. Let's get out of here. Okay, well, some have told me a good way to conserve your battery is to, if you're gonna throttle, it's the throttle and then coast. Yep, you can do that. You're going downhill, just coast it. Nothing says you have to keep your thumb on it. Well, now I'm gonna have to. Going back up again. Yeah, we'll see if we make it. If we don't make it, it's gonna be a real tough push. Have to push it all the way back home. And this is the thing, you know, you have to calculate. I used to say this all the time on videos way back in the day. Got to calculate how far you're going to go. You got to know how much battery power you have. You got to know how far your battery will take you based on your riding habits. Yeah, that only comes from experience of doing a longer ride, do some calculations, you know, before you go out for really long rides and not know whether you're going to make it or not. Knowing the distance that you're going to go based on the route that you're going to go. Yeah, it's a lot of calculating. But that's the safe way to do it. Yeah, big drop. Yeah, we don't got the best roads. What can I say? But I know a lot of people don't like riding on the streets. Even like streets like this, they don't like it because they don't feel comfortable with the cars coming by. I've gotten used to it. And in our area, like I said, a lot of the cars are kind of used to bikes being around. So if your area is such that they're not used to it, that could be an issue. Or they just don't care. You know, that could be an issue. Anyway, how far are we? Okay. We've got a little whiles to go. Thanks for staying with me if you're still with me. Put a comment if you've gone all the way to the end, or even at least to this point. I'd like to know who hangs around. I know a number of you guys do. And most of you guys are the guys that comment most of the time. Yeah, if you've never commented before, go ahead and make a comment. Yeah, something simple. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just say, I made it to the end. I rolled up or something. Did you hear that? You got to be careful, man. There's always things on the street. All right, here's another school. This is where we passed before. This is Hersey High School in Arlington Heights, over on the right-hand side. Oh, they're digging up the, they're adding sand to the baseball field. How do you like that? Or straightening it out. I don't know what they're doing there. The thing is, the schools are out now. Most of them are. And schools are out, and so this is the time that schools start doing some of the construction stuff that they can't do while school's in session. Girls are trying to get my attention here. Girls are doing a car wash. I gave them a wave. Bike wash, try to do a bike wash or whatever. Yeah, girls are trying to drum up some money, do a car wash. Yeah, but the school's over. Wouldn't they do this beforehand? Maybe this to help pay for the summer programs. Don't know. Sorry, girls, I can't do a bike wash. Although I have had some of the girls in the past have said, we'll wash your bike. No, thank you, but no, sorry, can't. All right. We'll stay behind the rest of these cars here. Okay, let's see where we're at. We're at 33% battery. Are we gonna make it? I don't know. It's gonna be a little tough. 33% might be tough. Well, I knew I was risking it. This is not the biggest battery. I think it's only like a 15 amp hour battery in here. I think if I had the 20 amp hour battery in here, it wouldn't be an issue at all. But we don't. I think we're gonna have to pedal a little to help out. Yeah, well, I'm getting my exercise in then. The biggest issue though, I'm slipping on my gear a little bit there. The biggest issue is my leg's not the strongest in the world as it is, as you know. And I haven't pedaled enough even this season to be in shape to pedal all the way through. Well, we're doing 17 miles an hour, but it sure feels slower than that. I think after we've been going, how fast are we going? 20 something at least. You feel like you're dragging at 17 miles an hour. But I recently did a ride with Mrs. Wright, which you should probably see probably before this video comes out. Yeah, I did a ride with Mrs. Wright. And we were doing really about 12 to 14 miles an hour because we were on a path. And so we couldn't go fast. We're not allowed to. So she kept the speed pretty consistent. She pedals all the time. If you watch that video, she's a non-stop pedaler. We did the Chicago Bike to Drive on Lakeshore Drive. That's a 30-mile ride. Did that a couple years ago. She pedaled the entire time, and she was still on her first battery. I think she still had a quarter of the battery left. I was on my second battery, almost empty. I throttled a lot. Mrs. Wright went, daughter Wright went. They did pretty good. Yeah. I think daughter Wright also made it on one battery. I'm not sure, can't remember. But we brought 2 sets of batteries for these bikes. 2 for me, 2 for them. I had 20 amp hour battery. They had, I think, 14 or 15s. So I had a total of 40 amp hours with me, and I almost finished it off. But they were still on their first batteries. That's the difference of when you pedal or you don't, right? And that ride is not about speed. It's coming up again, but it's too expensive, man. I don't know, what was it, $65, $70 or something to attend it? No, I'm not gonna do it. It was good going the first time, but the expense is too high. You know, you got the 3 of us to go, and then you got parking to do. So, no. You could ride a long Lakeshore Drive in the bike path that's along Chicago, but it's not the same as the riding on Lakeshore Drive. All right, let's get past here faster. All right, now we'll pedal. I don't want to hang out in the intersection any longer than I have to. Almost ate a bug. It's the problem. Talking and bugs flying in your mouth. Had to spit them out. I've eaten bugs before. I've told you guys this story before. I used to teach photography, as you know. I had photography classes and I would take them on field trips. We used to do a night photography class in front of the Adler Planetarium. That's the iconic shot of Chicago, by the way. You stand in front of the planetarium and you shoot across the water. And so everyone wanted to take the class, so I did it a lot. And there's some bugs out there, they're big. They are big flying bugs. You know, and I'm talking and teaching, and yeah, they fly right into your mouth. I ate at least 2 of them. All right, we are down 25%. Uh-oh, we're in trouble now. We are in trouble now. I think we have to pedal the entire way, or we may not make it home. We'll be calling Mrs. Wright, come get me. Come get me. That would be bad. I don't think she would appreciate that. Yeah, we better pedal the rest. Let's lower the pedal assist, in fact. Let's lower it to eco mode. Eco mode, we're on gear, let's drop down to gear. Gear 5? Yeah. Let's try gear 5. Gear 5, got a pedal. What should we label this video? Can Russ make it on pedaling? I don't know. I don't think this thing reset my trip meter. I don't know if I have it set up to do that. If it did, it says 8 miles right now. Odometer 8. Maybe it is. Yeah, maybe it is reset. I don't know. Going up a hill. Can't handle going up a hill. We gotta throttle it. I think it's trying to kill me here. Okay, no more hill. Let's pedal it. Maybe we'll call it, Can Russ Make It? You guys ever seen that video? They used to do it with Blend Tech. Can it blend? This is Can Russ Make It? No, I'm way out of shape. This year I haven't done what I should have done. Throttled a lot. A lot of the rides were a little bit less of a ride than I used to do, meaning not very long rides. This was a pretty long one. I don't know how long we've been going. What time is it now? Let's flip up. 10:24. What time did we leave? What did I say? It was 9 something, right? 9:30? Yeah, we've been doing at least 45 minutes. Yeah, we haven't done 45-minute rides in a long time. But I feel like I'm dragging. 14 something, 15 miles an hour. I feel like I'm not moving. Well, when you're desperate, you gotta help out. Low pedal assist. Pedal, don't throttle. Only throttling over hills because I can't make it Not in shape, can't make it. You could also tell when I'm pedaling because sometimes you see the handlebars moving around because you're pedaling up and down, right? I usually throttle to get myself started. You guys do that? Put a comment. Let me know if you do that. I don't pedal to get myself started. Too much pressure on my knee to do that. And as you know, I don't have a good knee. So I pedal it, get me moving. I throttle it, get me moving, then I start pedaling. Yeah, pedal assist level 1, eco mode. Kind of slow, but we're still at 25%. See, you lower the pedal assist, you pedal it, you save battery. Eventually I will throttle towards the end. I know as we reach the finish line, throttle a little bit here. Okay. Take a rest. I don't even have water on this bike. I forgot to put a water bottle cage on this bike. I kept saying I was going to do it. Didn't do it. All right, we got to throttle through here. I didn't do it. Pedal again. Yeah, when you don't do it, and then you need the water, and then you don't have any. Okay, what good is that? We're turning here. We're slowing down, but I'm not going to stop. Too much effort. Too much effort. Hey, yellow Porsche. What kind of Porsche is that? It's an old style Porsche. Do you say Porsche or you say Porsche? Most people say Porsche. Do it the German way is Porsche. I took several years of German, yeah. 8th grade I had German, and then freshman year, sophomore year, I took German in high school. I didn't want to take Spanish. I think, thinking back, I should have taken Spanish. I didn't want to take Spanish because I just moved into the area, going into a new school in 8th grade, and you're required to take a foreign language in 7th and 8th grade. But I was from Chicago. We didn't need foreign language. So we said, well, what's my options? They said, well, you can take Spanish, but you will be in the 7th grade Spanish class with the 7th graders if you do that, because you never took the first year of Spanish. I'm not going to do that. I'm an 8th grader. So then your only option then would be to take German, because that would be first year German. So that's why I took German. All right, I'm getting the little signal. I was throttling, and under load, it was showing me the little red line saying that you're in the danger zone for your battery. You're about ready to die. Can Russ make it? Put a comment. Let me know if you think I'm going to make it or not. Before we make it, we're going to make it. But can Russ make it? We're not that far from home. Can he make it? Yeah, we don't know. If I keep hitting the throttle, we're not gonna make it. Come on, buddy, go, go, go. I can't stop. Stop means it's tougher for me. Oh no, we're going up a hill. All right, we're gonna have to throttle it a little bit. All right, I'm not doing hard throttle. This is softer throttle just to kind of keep me moving. You do hard throttle, it's just gonna eat my battery. You gotta throttle a little bit, kind of give me a little rest, right? So, all right, we're gonna take a left over here. Gave me the wave. Still says 25%. Yeah, it's only going to drop down if I hit it hard. Back to pedaling. Back to pedaling. Pedal my way back. Got a couple more miles to get there. Got a couple more miles, guys. Can we make it home? Well, that's how it is. It must be party time. All the people are out there. Party time. Well, you know, around this time of the year, there's graduation time. Yeah, I was watching the graduation of my nephew. They're out in California, but they live streamed it. So I was watching him graduate on live stream yesterday. Today's his birthday, too. Hey, happy birthday to my nephew. Today's his birthday, graduated yesterday. Heading off to college soon, yeah. They're getting old. We're all getting old. Hey, little rabbit. Man, he had a big graduation class, man, and they just kept coming out. It was more and more and more and more. But on their graduation, they started with, I don't know who they started out with. They weren't even alphabetical initially. You know, throttle for a while here, tiring out. And then they started from the letter Z and worked our way backwards. So usually they start A and they work their way up, right? Not with these guys. They started with Z and worked their way backwards. He's in the middle, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter. He was in the middle, so we had to kind of wait until they got to the middle. Then I screenshot it for him. Yeah, since we were watching, I screenshotted when he got his diploma and sent him the screenshot. You know, they always take photos right as you come down, but if I screenshot it and send it to them right away, that's the first photo, right? Nobody else has got it. You guys do that? Screenshot things? I do it on my laptop. The MacBook. Apple MacBook. A MacBook Pro. All right, still says 25. I'm throttling right now. Putting my hand on the throttle. But we're going slow. Slow throttle. Slow throttle doesn't eat up my battery. Hard throttle, we go into the danger zone. The danger zone. Well, sorry to keep you all the way through, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna take it all the way to the end. Or at least to where I usually start my videos. At least I should at least say that. I never take you to where my house is. But I take you to the general vicinity, then I've got probably another, I don't know, a little bit more to go. Mile and a half, maybe. I always start at the same spots though. It'll take you to around that area. Then we'll call it quits. We're very close to it. So yeah, we're making it. I mean, at 25%, we're gonna make it. Even though right now I'm throttling, but I'm throttling very slowly. It's feathering the throttle. We're only doing 17 miles an hour roughly. Yeah, you push it all the way down, you're gonna eat it. You know, when people say, I want bigger wattage on my motor, hey, it's just gonna eat up battery. That's all it's gonna do for you. Look at this guy on the left here. Let me angle my thing. He's got a ramp for his handicap. Yeah, I don't think I've seen that before. Nice shiny ramp too. Yeah, he could push a wheelchair up there, mobility scooter up there. Yeah. All right, we're back in general places where we start typically. Yeah, I appreciate you guys watching all the way along. Based on how far I need to still go and the fact that it says I'm now in the danger zone, let's pedal a little bit. Let's see where we're at here. Let's slow down a little bit. Yeah, we're down to, I'm leaning forward, 16%. Yeah, we'll make it. I'll have to pedal it all the way through, but we'll make it. If you thought that I could make it, put a comment. If you didn't think I could make it, put a comment. Let me know. Let me know, yeah. Doing 12 miles an hour now. All right, anyways, thanks for watching to the end. We're roughly to the end. I've got a little ways to go, but I know I can make it at this point. Hit the like and subscribe button. More rides to come. Let me know if you like these long format bike rides or you prefer just a little quick 10-minute thing. Let me know. I mean, nothing says you have to watch the whole time, right? You can watch as much as you want or as little as you want. But the long format rides takes you all the way through when I'm out there. So, all right, I'll talk to you guys next time.